Hello. We've been talking about doing this walk for quite some time. We are now standing on Las Torres Avenue right at the Pitillal River. And today is the day in which we are going to walk all the way to the ocean. We're following the path right next to the Pitillal River all the way to the beach. We recently learned that this first stretch of the walk is somewhat neglected. We're going to see about that. We also learned that there is a project in the works to continue the path from where it starts officially to the beach. We wonder if this first section is also going to be fixed up. Of course, this is the middle of February. It hasn't rained in a while. You will find that many plants are not looking at their best moment right now. Regardless, you will also find that there are some beautiful trees coming up later on in the walk, and that a number of people do take advantage of this beautiful road to get from one place of the city to another. These posts along the path give me a clue that a past administration may have had the intention to see this project through conclusion, but somehow didn't get to it. Now, you may be curious about the colonia to the left of the river. It is called Ex Haciendas El Pitillal, and I just see a police car going by, which gives me a good sense that the neighborhood is well patrolled. It is also nice to see that the neighborhood is not gated. In other words, anybody living in this neighborhood has clear and open access to this path. Of course, I just turned back and saw that the police car stopped and looked at me. I wonder if they wonder what I'm up to, because I'm carrying my recording kit, and I wonder if they think I look suspicious, but I'm not going to worry about that. Looking to the right, you can see that there's very little water going through the river at this time of year, a stark difference to the summer months when the river gets way, way high. Buenas tardes. If this path is new to you, and in case you're wondering, it is also new to me, so we are exploring this together for the first time. I hear a motor vehicle approaching me from behind, and I'm willing to bet it is the police patrol car, wondering who am I and what I am up to today. Of course, I'm not to nothing wrong. I'm simply recording my walk, and I sure hope they'll realize that, and they will continue along their path. Oh, there they go. This section seems rather well manicured, and I wonder who is looking after this garden. There's a small playground for kids to enjoy, and there is some equipment for people to exercise. There's a small canal here. It probably serves as drainage of all the rainwater that comes down during the summer months and heads, or rather is directed, into the Pitillal River.
Buenas tardes.
So here the path as a path ends for a moment. We seem to have landed in the back side of the parking lot of the Soriana shopping center where Cinépolis is located. This makes me think about the fact that the sides of the river are supposed to be federally owned, so it is unclear as to whether the people that built the shopping center overbuilt or whether we are actually walking on private property. Regardless, it's nice to know that the path continues forward and we can walk it all the way to the ocean. Of course, we're approaching Francisco Villa Avenue. If we were to walk to the right, we would be 1 block away from the entrance to Pitillal, but we are going to continue walking forward, of course. At this point, one has the choice to walk to the nearest intersection where there's a traffic light, but what we're going to do is we're going to be careful as we jaywalk and continue walking forward.
Vean hoy, 8 de la noche, solo 50 pesitos para niños y adultos. Es el giratorio.
Okay, we are now officially entering the Riverside Walkway. This is the one that was built several administrations ago that has pavement and it has a bicycle path and benches to sit along the way and so forth and so on. And this is the beginning of the stretch that is hopefully going to be expanded all the way to the ocean. We don't have any certainty at this point as to whether the part that we just walked is going to be fixed up as well.
¿No dijo que sí, a dónde?
No, de hecho le iba a decir.
It's nice to see locals taking advantage of some of these rudimentary but useful pieces of equipment for exercising purposes. And coming up here on the right-hand side is a small skateboarding park that was announced by the city several months ago. And while there's nobody there right now, it's nice to see that it was built and hopefully a lot of skateboarders are using it. Every now and then, the municipal government announces a series of flea markets and other community oriented activities that take place on this stretch of the walkway. However, I haven't seen much of anything announced in recent times. Coming up on the left hand side is a restroom, public restroom that is never open, as is traditional in this municipality run installations. Coming up is a vantage point. It is several stories high. And the beautiful thing about it is that if you climb it, which we're not going to do today, it gives you a nice view of the surrounding neighborhoods. If you hear an increasing amount of traffic, it is because we are approaching Grandes Lagos Avenue, which is one of the important avenues that go through Fluvial Vallarta. And here is Grandes Lagos Avenue. We are going to once again jaywalk as carefully as possible. Right next to this spot is the Unirse government official building, where you take care of a number of government-related things like getting a new driver's license and so forth. And here we go. This is also the end of the official walkway and the beginning of the unpaved section that is expected to be expanded all the way to the ocean. Fluvial is located to the left, and of course the beautiful part of this stretch of the path is the gorgeous trees that line it from here all the way to Francisco Medina Asensio Avenue. Yes.
We watch you all the time.
You watch me all the time?
All the time, yes.
Who are you?
Ed
Hello,
y
Ed.
Mario.
Mariano.
Hola, Mariano, ¿cómo
¿Qué tal?
están?
Muy bien, ¿usted?
Bien, bien.
Well,
Mucho gusto.
igualmente,
Sí,
you are
gracias.
now official part of the Saturday broadcast. Do you guys live here year-round?
Sí,
Now we
ahora
do.
nos acabamos de mudar aquí para Independencia.
Muchas felicidades.
Sí.
Gracias, gracias.
So good to know that you
Sí.
watch the
Y
broadcast.
muchísimas
Yes.
gracias. Muchísimas gracias por toda la información.
Claro que sí.
Yeah.
Un
No nos
servicio
hubiéramos-
bien chévere.
Yeah.
Bienvenidos.
Okay.
Gracias, gracias.
Ciao,
Enjoy
ciao.
Guadalajara.
Enjoy.
Thank
Yes,
you.
Yes.
That was funny. It never fails whenever I'm out and about around the city. Many times I run into people that have kindly tuned into our morning broadcasts, and I always get a huge kick out of stopping and talking to people and thanking them for choosing to watch Coffee and Headlines in the mornings live or on YouTube whenever possible. And coming up is the final road we will jaywalk through before we reach Francisco Medina Asensio. This is Avenida Los Tules, as opposed to Avenida de Los Tules, which is located in another section of Fluvial, not far from here. Why the city would choose to call two avenues almost the same is a mystery to me. It serves no purpose other than confusing locals and visitors. So again, we are crossing Avenida Los Tules, not to be confused with Avenida de Los Tules.
¿Cómo pueden ellos para yo estar seguro y decir un detalle?
this is as good a time as any to remind you to give this video a thumbs up if you are enjoying it. And if you like this content and all the content that we produce about Puerto Vallarta, actually check out that old tree right in front of me. And there's so many of them, it's not even funny. I'm glad that they are protected. Anyhow, if you enjoy this kind of content, be sure to not only give the video a thumbs up, but also to subscribe to the channel, as we are constantly publishing walking tours and, of course, our daily broadcasts, which are produced every morning, well, Monday through Saturday, here in Puerto Vallarta. Good birding?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good for us.
Where are you guys visiting from?
Seattle.
Excellent. Enjoy.
Thank you. Good one.
That's the second couple that I spotted today that was birding. Of course, I take the birds for granted, but I can certainly appreciate how many people would pause and take a look at the variety of birds that call this part of the city their home. I'm starting to see buildings around the trees, which means we are approaching our main avenue, Francisco Medina Asensio, and also approaching the final stretch of today's walk.
Buenas tardes.
And here we are at Francisco Medina Asensio, our city's most important thruway. And here we are, of course, at our final jaywalk. We crossed this, and even though we are running pretty low on battery on the video camera, we're going to continue all the way to the ocean. Now, this final stretch follows the edge, the outside edge of the La Isla shopping mall. And this was also paved some time ago. In fact, it was fixed up when La Isla was being built. It is unclear as to whether the city will intervene it again just to improve it, or if it will stay as it is. We have also walked this path before, but what the heck? It's a gorgeous day. We might as well continue walking all the way. If you are wondering about that bit of construction that we just saw sneaking over the trees, that is a fourth peninsula tower that has been in the works for some time, and they are now getting around to building it. Coming up on the right-hand side and right in front of the ocean is the El Oasis del Holy restaurant. This is a Palapa-style restaurant, very basic but very wonderful. They are open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And because it's very basic, this is a wonderful place to be able to sit next to the ocean and be catered to with a wonderful array of traditional Mexican dishes and cocktails and whatnot. Because of the Pitillal River exiting and reaching the ocean at this point, the beach is always capricious here, and I can see how in this past hurricane season, we can now confirm visually that the beach was washed away from this condo building on the left, and I can see that the beach has not returned. There is a body of water here, and hopefully it will return for the residents of this building. And for us, this is pretty much the end of our walk. I hope you've enjoyed it. And again, thank you for walking the Riverside Pathway with me today.